YouTube, it's Boston Girl 5560, and I'm using my new Samsung camera, which I've had for a long time, but I've always used my webcam. Anyways, oh geez, pregnancy makes you want to burp all the time. So I had a subbie ask me a bunch of questions, and I thought instead of commenting in the comment box, I'd do a video about it. So here's the video. So the first question is, how am I going to explain this to my child? I feel like I'm just going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell the truth from the beginning. I wanted a baby, and these are the steps I went to have you, and I'm in love with you. I feel like it's not a strange situation anymore. Now kids have two dads, and they have two moms, and they have adopted brothers and sisters, and all types of different kind of families. So I feel like by the time my child gets old enough, they're not going to feel different or so out of the ordinary. Plus, where I'll be living is more of an urban area, so it's not as taboo as a waspy, everybody's the same kind of area, like somebody sticks out in any way. So I don't feel my child will stick out. Once they get like 3 or 4, I'll probably start telling them their story, which is what I did for them to be here, meaning their story. And I'll probably start explaining and things like that. So I don't feel it'll be out of the ordinary because times have changed, over the years. And this generation is much more accepting of differences than it used to be. Family and friends reactions. Okay, so my mother on board from day one. She is so excited. She was so thrilled. She actually wanted me to do something like this 5 years ago, and I was totally against it. Well, actually, it was like 6 or 7 years ago. And I was totally against it. I was going to find my husband. I wanted to do it the right way, and it took me this much time to get to that's not going to happen right now. So my mom's fully on board. My father wasn't so much fully on board. Like, he was like, why can't you do this the right way, the natural way, the this way, or the regular way? And I didn't really debate it with him. You know what I mean? I just said, well, this is what it is. And, he's like, well, you're grown. And now that I'm pregnant, he's thrilled to have a grandchild on the way. And doesn't really ask me the details of how this came to be. I don't think he's asked about the father once. Matter of fact, he hasn't. So I think that's just going to be a conversation we avoid and we don't talk about, which is fine, with me. My aunt, my mother's twin sister, it took a while to get her on board. Like, at first, she was giving me all these pie in the sky reasons why I shouldn't do it. Like, oh, why can't you just find a man? You're so pretty. Da 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 da. And I'm just like, why can't you accept what I want? And, after conversations, she is on board. So now she's totally thrilled and she's on board and she's going to fly down for my baby shower, which I'm like excited about. So she's going to fly down for my baby shower and she's on board. And my cousin, who's like my brother, he was always on board from day one. And I haven't really told my whole family because, I'm not close to them. So it's kind of like, whatever. The ones that do know are definitely on board. As far as friends and family go, friends, it was split. Like, I had some friends who had my back from the moment I mentioned it. And then I have some friends that immediately told me all the negative reasons why I shouldn't do it, and kids cost so much, and why would you want to do that? And, it really just came down to who had my back and who didn't. And I'm like the type of friend, I always have my friends' back, so I kind of expect the same, but that's just not how it is. So I lost friends in the interim because, they didn't have my back. And they were just so negative. And the point was, I wasn't asking your permission. I wasn't asking anybody's permission. And the fact is, if nobody was on my side, I would have did it anyway. Because I'm grown, After 18, I pay all my own bills. I don't really ask anybody for anything. So it wasn't like I was asking for permission. I just wanted them to have my back the way I had their back. And I say some did and some didn't. And the ones who didn't are no longer in my life. And the ones who did are very much in my life. So that's just how it went. You know, I just had to let some people go. The Single Mother by Choice group. I only went to one group meeting, honestly, and I think that was 2 years ago. I am very active in the forum, you know, and the forum I feel is very supportive. Like, you know, anytime I complain about something, I always get, well, you chose this, you wanted to be pregnant. Well, it still doesn't mean I can't have a hard day or a bad day or whatever. And once you have kids and you're alone, you're going to have hard days and bad days, and you want people who understand. So, I don't agree with everything that's said on the forum, but, you know, we're all human and we all have our opinions. So, with that, it's cool. But there is a commonality. We're all kind of in the same boat, or, you know, and I like that it's coming from all walks of life. Like, there's people trying to get pregnant who can't. There's people that got pregnant real quick. There's people with children and what they're going through. And it's just a safety net of, you know, ways to talk to people. And the group, once I move, you know, and have my baby, I think I'll get more involved in the group. I think where I'm going, it's like once a month they meet. And I think I'll start getting more involved. But presently, I don't really go to the group. But on the forum, there's actually people in my area that's on the forum. Go figure. Have I had negativity from medical professionals? Actually, I have not. But I know people who have. You know, because we're in the Bible Belt or anywhere, you know, people have their opinions. The problem with that is, you know, initially I had IUIs, so if I had gotten pregnant and stayed pregnant that way, I would have been released from one doctor's office to another, and all the information would have been there. But the fact that I got released from a known donor, I got pregnant from a known donor, I mean, once I got to the OBGYN and the fetal medical specialist, all I said was, he's not in the picture. And that was just the end of the subject. So they don't really have anything to comment on. I really feel if some of the people, because, you know, you deal with a lot of nurses and midwives opposed to doctors, you know, and I'm always dealing with somebody different that you never know how they feel, and they got your records right there, and they can read it and, you know, see what's going on with you. But to me, none of their business. And when I was getting my blood drawn, the woman asked like all of these personal questions. I was a little put off. I mean, she was nice about it, but she was kind of nosy. And it's not that I'm embarrassed by my choice or anything like that. It's just that I don't want to feel like in a position to defend my choice, because it's like none of your business. I mean, you're not going to pay any of my bills or raise this child or be around this child, so I'm not going to defend my choice to you. But she was very sweet. Even my dental hygienist even asked a bunch of questions, but that's another long story. But anyways, to me, I don't feel as a grown woman I need to defend this to anybody. So that's my spiel. And to my subbie who's going to do this, congratulations on making your choice. I'm sure it was well thought out, and I wish you much success. And if you have any more questions, or, you know, want to know anything more about what's going on with me, feel free to ask, and I'll either comment or do another video. Bye, YouTube.